Your 20s are full of fun, and with that fun sometimes come financial mistakes. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the most common financial mistakes that you can make in your 20s. Hi, my name is Shantae, and I help first-gen young adults who feel financially stressed while making good money, build confidence, and a plan to create the financial futures they deserve. Getting a degree with a low ROI. Everybody like to say, follow your passion, do this, do that, but passion don't pay the bills. I'm sorry. What you need to do is find a career that can make you a livable wage at minimum if it's not profitable, because nobody wants to have student loan debt or a degree that isn't doing them any justice. When I was younger, I decided that I would work in IT because someone came to my third grade class and talked about their career. Person happened to work in IT. They told me they went off to college from the Bahamas. They was making a significant amount of money, and my eyes light up, and I knew that was what I want to do. And so far, so good. The plan has worked out. Even if IT is not your interest or your part, you can go and look up careers and their return on investment or their earning potential on the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics website. I'll put that in the description so you could go and check that out. Giving a loan too early in your 20s. Let's think about this. You're single, you're still young and free, young, wild, and free. This is the only time you can have roommates without people judging you. The older you get, the less you probably want to have roommates, or you might get married, have kids, and then you can't have roommates. So me personally, I had roommates up until I got married, and that kept my living expenses very, very low. Would you rather be paying $1,500, $2,000, or would you rather pay a quarter of that? For example, when I had roommates, my rent expenses was max $600 because I usually had 2 other roommates. Financing a new car as soon as you graduate. Number one, we all know a car is a depreciating asset. But on top of that, most people come out of school with student loans. So now you have student loans, which now you have to start paying back as soon as you come out of school. And now you add a car note on top of that. Personally, I drove my 2004 Honda Accord that had no bumper for as long as I can. I didn't buy my first brand new car or finance or lease a car up until I was making $100K, which was a couple years after graduating college. So drive the hoopty as long as you can, and even when it's time to go and finance or lease a car, don't get the one that's on the current year. Get one or 2 years behind the current year so that you can save some money. Getting a card with a high annual fee. If you're young, wild, and free, now is the time you could do things, take risks. It doesn't have to be so polished, doesn't have to be so put together. For example, you can stay in hostels and homestays, and you can be more explorative or adventurous, where you don't need to utilize all these fee rewards that credit card companies provide. Not negotiating on your first job offer. I talk about this one a lot with my friends, and the impacts of this is crucial. When you don't negotiate on your first salary, probably because of desperation or just feeling like, oh, I just come out of school, I just want to get a job, that can impact you for years to follow. When you start off low, it's hard to climb the ladder because your raises will continue to be low. So please, 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 whether you're negotiating your first job or your 30th job, always negotiate. The first number is never the final number. There's always room in the budget for more. So ask. Waiting to invest. Start as soon as possible. When I started my first job in 2018, I started investing as soon as I was eligible. So I started in August. By September, I was investing. And your future self will thank you. I'm not worried about retirement, but guess what? Ask someone you know that is older what is one of the biggest financial mistakes they've made, and they'll probably tell you, I wish I would have started investing earlier. Because the more time in the market, compound interest will reward you. Moving to the suburbs too soon. I wish I knew this earlier, because since I've moved from Miami to Charlotte, I live in the city, like proximity matters, and that is the point of this. When you're in the suburbs, you don't get to be in the thick of things. You're probably second guessing yourself when it's time to go out because the drive is too long. You don't want to get wasted because you have a long drive home. Be in the thick of things. Stay in the city, keep the roommates so you can explore, meet new people, network. You gotta keep moving in your 20s because you have your whole life to be in the suburbs. Not being financially literate. As soon as you can, read the books, listen to the podcast, read the articles, follow the content creators like me who is posting content about financial literacy. It matters. They don't teach you in schools, and that is by design. Every single day we touch money in some form, and we ought to know what to do with our money, or else we will continue to make the same mistakes. And that is one thing I'm so happy I started to, as a sophomore in college, started to get into financial literacy, and I have not had one regret about that. You refund check or taking on too much student loans. So number one, sometimes in college people think like refund checks is free money, but it's not free money. That just means you took on more loans than you needed for that semester, and now you have this money. I think if we realize how expensive student loans are and the fact that you have to pay them off as soon as you come out of school and interest is pouring on them, I think you should take your student loans and do something productive with it. Whether that's save it in a high yield savings account or invest it in a traditional brokerage account so you can have that money working the whole time you're in college, and then you'll be able to make a large payment towards your student loans, if not pay it off altogether. Misusing credit cards. I was listening to a interview and I heard someone said she got a credit card and she didn't know she had to pay it back. Can you imagine, on top of student loans, trying to find a job, trying to figure it out after college, you have debt collectors coming after you. So please, before you open a credit card, learn how to manage it, understand how it works, and do not spend what you don't have. Credit card is not an extension of what you have. It is what you have. When you spend it, you should be able to pay it back as soon as possible. Going in an MLM. This is a big one, especially when you're in college. You know, most people work in college. Maybe you can't find a job. You're looking for extra money, and someone you know, it's always someone you know. It's like, hey, I got this business opportunity for you. You join the MLM, and an MLM is very expensive in terms of time and investment. You're spending money to make money, and you have to recruit people to be a part of this MLM. And most people end up losing more money than they make when being a part of an MLM. Again, my name is Shante, and I help first-year and young adults who feel financially stressed while making good money, build confidence to create the financial future they deserve. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.